Hey guys, welcome to the Smokin N Jokin show. My name is Beth King, also known as the Crayon Eater's wife.
And I'm Jimmy King, your resident gimp. Thank you for joining us on the or here in the smoke pit on the Smoking and Joking show. For anybody who is a loyal fan and has already logged in, if you could highlight in the comments, it'd be greatly appreciated. Let people know we're out here putting the show on for you and trying to put a smile on your face. Um, get us some more viewers, all the better.
Absolutely. And just to guys, to kind of catch you guys up, we have switched our nights to Wednesday night, keeping it the same time, 9 p.m. Eastern. Um, just to kind of help you guys, that especially our football fans out there. Did you see the eye roll?
I
I tried.
know
Uh,
it was coming. Not
no,
that I can say much. If it's not the Ohio State University, I don't watch it.
right. So we understand that our football fans, want to be able to enjoy both their football games and then catch in with us and hang out with us. So, yeah, so this is our new night, Wednesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern. All right, Jimmy, what you got for us?
Oh, with all the technical difficulties trying to get the stuff back up and running, literally like seconds before we went live, I'm kind of brain farting at the moment. Um, what was going into the boxing
Boxing.
aspect?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Instead of football, let's talk about a real contact sport. Boxing. Um, we've had a lot of what do you call it? Controversy with one fighter, but we'll get to him in a minute. I do want to, give a shout out to Terrence Bud Crawford. Guy's doing amazing things out there. He's an American boxer. He's got what is it, four weight championships under his belt in four different weight classes. Uh, 3-time undisputed, first 3-time undisputed in three different belt eras. That's a mouthful in and of itself, and quite an accomplishment. And how did this one get locked in here with us?
Sorry, we have a
Sorry,
dog in here.
I would say squirrel, but it's a dog. Um, so yeah, this guy's out there doing amazing things. Uh, besides, like combat, the only fighting I ever got into was street fights. I don't think that's
We'll talk about my fighting
right.
in a minute. um, yeah, no, he's actually really he's praised for his technique, his speed, his accuracy, adaptability, ability to switch orthodox to southpaw, which that's a big feat in itself. Not many boxers can do that, and he's got that down pack.
Yeah, I did train in martial arts and stuff through all through high school, and I mean it was never at that level, but even the competitions I went to, that was one of the things that um, I would try and do, and our my instructor, sensei, whatever you want to call him, as far as it goes, would try and teach was keep people off balance by constantly switching it up. You come out 1 minute and you're fighting in a normal orthodox as far as it goes, then you switch up to southpaw and then switch back. Always keep them guessing.
Absolutely.
Um, Lord, there's a couple other ones that we had out there. Out there, being able to be on. Sorry, I just got a side note from the from our producers and stuff, and it made me laugh. And he's not wrong. Um, being able to switch it up from orthodox to southpaw is kind of like being able to masturbate with both hands. Um, you got to switch it up. Do the stranger. Let
I was
one hand go
gonna
to
say
sleep.
the stranger thing.
Well,
um,
one of the few times there is no stranger danger.
yeah, he's also really great at his defensive ability. is strong. He never has been knocked down in his professional career or knocked out. Um, Widely regarded as one of the best active boxers globally and increasingly part of the greatest ever conversation.
Wasn't he? Isn't he the one that has the what is it? 42 career or professional career fights, 42 wins and 31 by knockout.
Yeah.
That's an amazing record. I mean, 42-0 and 31 of them, well more than half by knockout. That's not an easy feat. um,
And then the other one we wanted to talk about was
yeah.
Jake Paul. Now, Jake Paul is from Ohio, your home state, Cleveland, Ohio. Gosh, when I saw how old this kid is, I mean, I know he's a kid, but it really made me feel old because I'm literally 20 years older than him. He was born in 1997,
The year I graduated high school.
and his nickname is the Problem Child.
Yeah, and I know there's people who have different thoughts on him. One way, pros and cons as far as that goes. I struggle with looking at his quote unquote boxing career in the aspect that his opponent selection it leaves a lot to be desired between fighting people that are multiple weight classes different than him, people that aren't actually professional boxers.
But
He's
is that really because he's not getting given the opportunities? Because in a lot of professional boxers, they didn't look at him as him paying his dues. Excuse me. You know, because he did just jump into this. I mean, he was a YouTuber. Him and his brother has gone into professional wrestling, and he decided to go into the boxing world. And I kind of look at him like a Bo Jackson of my time, where during a time where baseball wasn't putting it, people in the seats, wasn't selling the tickets, and Bo Jackson really like brought life back into the game of baseball by being a very popular football player and bringing his audience and his fans over to baseball. I think Jake Paul has done the same thing with the boxing community because before he came in, there was a pretty good slump that boxing was taking as far as not getting the venues, not getting the contracts, not having the fights, and not putting people in the seats. So say what you may about his opponents, and we'll go more into that. I think he is good for boxing and has been good for boxing, as far as revamping and bringing it back to life.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that. One of the things about him, I mean, he's not stupid when it comes to business by any means,
No.
and he's making money. He's making the boxing world money as far as that goes. I think boxing has taken over the years has taken a hit, um, largely in part thanks to the UFC, where
Yeah.
that they've got more than just two guys throwing punches as far as that goes. So it's a uh, regulated street fight almost. Um, but on the flip side of that, I can't help but look at it as if you're going to challenge someone like Nate Diaz that he fought and won against, as far as that goes. Nate Diaz was a bigger name in the UFC. If you're going to fight someone that is a bigger name in the UFC, then you should fight them in the UFC, or at least that style of fighting, as far as that goes. If you're
I give
going,
you that.
if you're going to call people out or you know talk all this crap and then fight someone like his upcoming bout, which I'll give the guy that he's fighting a lot of credit because he's still the favorite as far as that goes. Oh, I just lost his name. Tank Davis.
Mhm.
Um, I mean, if Jake Paul goes in at what his known fighting weight is at 200 pounds, he's going in against a guy who's 135 pounds. So there's a 65-pound difference in weight.
Yep.
Jake Paul is 6'1", and Tank is what, 5'5.5". So it's like a 7.5-inch height advantage, 65-pound weight advantage.
The
He's got
real
like a
7.5. Oh.
uh, um, uh, you got what is it, 8.5-inch reach advantage?
Yeah, that's insane. The real 8.5. That's insane.
I know it was coming.
You know. But no, that is insane. I could imagine um how he couldn't have like a leg up in this situation. But you know, Diaz is a very good boxer, and he, has really great feet work, and I do think he can still like put on a good show.
Yeah, and I guess that when it all boils down to it, to an extent, that's what it is. I mean, they're exhibition fights, so that's what it is. It's a show.
Right.
Um, yeah, I'd look at who was it? He made on the business side, he made 40 million, and Mike Tyson made 20 in their fight. Downfall of that is you've got a guy who's twice his age. I mean, there's like a 30-year age difference between the two. Um, and yeah, Mike probably still hits the gym now and again as far as that goes, but I mean, he's nowhere near his prime.
I
I
mean,
would have
but
liked to seen Mike Tyson, Jake Paul if they were both.
if they were in their prime, I mean, really, really,
If you could do it, Mike Tyson in his prime would have been a whole different fight.
yeah, that I agree. And Jake Paul would have been a dumb man for taking that bet.
Yeah.
Just saying. But let's see. He has a professional record of 12 wins, one loss, but 7 wins by knockout. So like people are always expecting and think he should finish his shows by knockouts. He's also like you had mentioned, an extremely intelligent business person. Um and really good at, you know, I don't know if it's the golden touch or if he's educated, because that I have questions about. I watched his reality show, so but he is also the founder of most valuable promotions, MVP. It's his own boxing promotions company, and he's pretty much leveraged his social media and celebrity status to get large PPV numbers, big arenas, and high visibility.
Did you get this out to the group page? Sorry,
I did.
I forgot to go do my own
Squirrel.
highlight. So let me let me go in here and toot our horns real quick. I'm on phone. There we go. All right. Sorry about that.
All right, so
Uh,
why don't we read some comments real quick, and then we'll get to a quick commercial break and keep this train a rolling.
Alrighty. Let's see. We got Tisha,
Hi, Tisha.
Theo, at least one or two other names here. Mike Bowers. Hi
Hi,
guys,
Mike.
thanks for joining us. If
Jamie.
Holly Blade Smithing, Jamie, hi.
Hi, Holly.
Um, so yeah, thank you all for joining us. If you haven't already, if you could highlight in the comments, it'd be greatly appreciated. Let's see. Theo said it's like being able to able to jerk your gherkin with both hands. But yeah, it's going back to the being able to switch up your stances. Um, he also said he loves the new background. Thank you, Theo.
Yes.
Shout out to Tommy Babanu. Um, I'm probably butchering his name. He's the one that made this for us and did an amazing job. Um, Tisha agreed as far as loving the background. Theo said Jake Paul is good for boxing. He is not the best. Uh, he's not the best ever, but he's done a lot to bring attention to the sport. Even if he does fight senior citizens, Jake Paul is fighting a little person next.
Now that now speaking of the best sporting event we ever went to was midget wrestling. I
Yes,
have to
that
put
that
that out
was.
there. That literally I thought I was gonna pee my pants. It was the most fun I've ever had at a sporting
There's a
event.
guy I watch his clips on. He makes funny videos, like funny gym videos. Um, I forget his name. His nickname is the Beast. He was big in the World's Strongest Man competition and stuff like that, or whatever. Um, he's actually done it was either 2-on-1 or 3-on-1 UFC fight with 2 or 3 midgets, and that was
I
hilarious to watch. Um,
love my midgets.
Mike said exhibition fighters, uh, exhibition fighter, the safe payday.
Yeah, agreed.
Theo
They
responded
usually bring in
saying
more money.
some some expedition rules say that you can't knock out your opponent.
Oh, I did not know that. I was reading, the difference on some of the like a regular boxing match versus expedition. Like the rounds can be longer,
The
and
gloves are bigger
the gloves could be
and heavier.
bigger and heavier. So that might be where.
Jake might actually have an advantage if Tank can't go for the knockout and get a win.
But would they I'm just curious if anyone knows. Would they make it like where Jake would have the lighter gloves, but the other guy would have heavier because then heavier hit harder? But I guess it would be not as much power on the swing. I don't know.
Yeah. Mike said if Jake has balls, face Kenzie Morrison.
I thought he was getting ready to say Mackenzie. My daughter's name is Kenzie. So I was like, yeah, that'd be a tough fight, Jake Paul. She's a scrappy one.
Theo said boxing is like the NFL and the UFC is like rugby. Similar but different.
Yeah.
Theo said there's lot of that's what she said jokes.
Yeah, that's what she said.
um, Jamie said hi. Holly Blade Smithing said he'd love to join one day.
Absolutely.
Jamie said it was rigged. Tyson can still beat Jake Paul's ass. There's been a lot of people that said that that's what it was Tyson through the fight, or I mean Jake Paul talking smack said that he took it easy on Tyson, but I don't know if you watch the fight and go back, Tyson didn't really throw a whole lot of punches.
Well, if you also go back a little further, they were scheduled to fight once and Tyson pulled out. I'm not sure if there was a health issue or
I
what.
think that's what it was.
Um and then they basically if they didn't fight the second time, Tyson lost that money and Jake automatically like would have won. Like they weren't going to let him just not. The fight had to happen. Because I think Jake Paul even actually sustained an injury right before the fight. And I remember, I think he like sprained or broke. I'm not sure which one. His ankle and was like doing this stem cell stuff and all sorts of stuff. Thank you, reality TV.
In response, Theo said that he honestly thinks Jake Paul was holding back on Tyson. Uh,
'Cause
he
it's
said
respect, yeah.
he said
I heard that
there's
too.
no way a 60-year-old man is beating a sea-level boxer in their 20s.
Yeah.
Um,
And again, say what you may about him. He is becoming more and more on his own when it comes to the to how strong he is, to his speed, to his agility and stuff like that. Like his work ethic is unbelievable. Like he really is working at it. So I don't give him too much slack for not being able to pull those big names because a lot of those big names won't even give him a chance. Like the one of your guys that you were talking about earlier, who were you saying said that they would fight him after they retired, but not before.
yeah, Mexican fighter. I'd have to pull my phone back up. Canelo something Alvarez, I believe.
Alvarez, that's who it was. I mean,
Um,
and I think that's a lot of fighters is they say I won't do it until after I retire. So if he's not getting the shots, how can he pull those big crowds but pull people like Tyson who are like, okay, I need a payday. I haven't been in the ring in X amount of years, I can beat this kid. He
hi,
has
St- hi, Stephen. Steve Michael Bearden joined us,
Hi Steven.
and I know I'm a little late on that one because I'm slowly scrolling through the comments that I'm missing. Uh, Aaron,
I just saw his message.
Aaron said that they keep missing the midget wrestling.
I love look, I promise you, if you can go to a live show, go to one. We went, back when we were in Texas, and, like, we ended up hanging out with the midgets. You take an amputee to a show, you get front row, and, like, all they did was come and hang out with Jimmy, the Jamaican,
Yep,
uh, eh
Jamaican Joe.
Jamaican Joe,
He was
and he
fucking
was
awesome.
amazing. I loved him. I mean, it was highly entertaining. It was probably I don't think I stopped crying and laughing so hard the whole time.
Yeah, it was a blast. Um, I mean, they say you know if you got it, use it. Or at least that's what I say.
Yeah.
So, being the amputee, you go in on crutches. Being a veteran, you go with the Marine Corps shirt on or whatever, so that they know exactly how I lost my leg. And you know,
They even made you part of the show,
they even
made
made
you
me
a
part of the
joke.
show. Yeah, the
Oh, it was a
uh,
Ricky Suave dude.
yeah, the
Kept,
guy
like,
who was playing
antagonizing you.
the guy who was the main heel.
Yeah.
Came out and started talking crap. It was
It
I
was a
couldn't
lot
say
of
it. It was
fun.
a lot of fun. Anyway,
Actually, the hat's right behind you
yeah.
in the shelf, the micro. It was the micro wrestlers is what they were called, is what their company was called. But yeah, go see one. Stephen Michael, misses his midget under the desk. So do I.
It said, earlier he had said that he wishes he had one under the desk during business meetings.
Oh, he wished he had one. I thought he said he missed it.
um, Theo said Tyson's health issue is being 60 years old.
Hey, hey, hey.
He said Mike Tyson got punched in the gut, yeah, at a sparring session, and accidentally shit himself. That would be me.
That definitely would be you. Um,
Oh, oh, sorry about that. Um, see. Alrighty. Well, we'll use that time to take a break, pay some bills, and then we'll
yes.
move on to our new segment.
And no, it's not our new
Not
segment.
our
We've
new
still
segment
got
yet.
one more thing to
Oh yeah.
talk
Oh,
about.
that's right. Anyway, thank you all for joining us in the smoke pit here on the Smokin and Jokin show. If any of you are looking to improve your business, start your own business, sell your services to the government, start your own organization, reach out to Artias at yesrts.com. These guys are great. They will walk you through everything step by step, hold your hand. They've helped us build our website. They've helped us apply for our 501c, walked us through everything step by step, and made sure we got everything done. So if you're looking to improve your business, say your service to the government, whatever as far as it goes, reach out to RTS. Once again, that's YESRTS.com. For any service disabled veteran looking to do the same things, you can reach out to RTS, but do it through their organization, Vets 365. That's VETS365.org. They offer all the same services that RTS has to offer, but for service disabled veterans, they do it at a 50% discount. Also, through Vets 365, if you would like to either uh, show some love and support and help homeless vets, you can go to vets365.org, click on the green button for donating, and they've got a drop down menu. You can select the business side of the house. You can select helping the homeless vets out through housing. You can select clothing. You can select travel. And not that we're homeless, but you can also select to support the show. You can select Smokin N Jokin. You can set it up as a one-time donation, or even set it up as a monthly allotment. So once again, that's VETS or VETS365.org. And for all of you who enjoy our particular brand of humor, join us over on County Eater's Wife 1775 on Facebook. We believe in healing through laughter. So all your military humor, your dark, your explicit, your inappropriate, you're going to find on our page. We believe that if we can make you spit your coffee out in the morning, put a smile on your face, we'll keep it from going to those dark places and become part of the 22. We do try and build a good community and add in some positive things like motivational Mondays, wellness Wednesdays, but therapy Thursdays. Um, but mostly we try and make you laugh. So if you'd like to check out some of our gear, you can head over to CEW1775.org. We've got trucker hats, ball caps, t-shirts, women's V-neck t-shirts, hoodies, zip-up hoodies. We got a cool flask. Check us out, CEW1775.org. Click on shop, and all proceeds from the sales go to helping finish off our 501c and helping other veterans. Also, all products that you see on our website are made by a good friend of ours, David Aiello. He's got his own business. He does custom hats, custom shirts, custom stickers, just about anything you want custom made, he can do it. And he has also got his own custom leatherwork with Aiello, or leatherwork. So check them out, DA Customs. That's Customs with a K, DACustoms.com.
Is that it?
Yeah, I believe so.
All right. So, you
Also,
know,
I'm sorry, I did forget to mention one thing. Um, for anybody who does have their own business, if you would like to purchase advertising slots here on the show, Smokin N Jokin is selling advertising slots. We can cut a commercial for you. We've got 600 to 1,000 views per episode, as far as that goes. So, if you would like to purchase advertising slots through this Smokin N Jokin show, you can head over to the Smokin N Jokin Facebook page and send a message through Messenger, and we can get that set up for you. All right, now we're done.
okay. So when we were talking about boxing, it made me start thinking about like a couple years ago is when it kind of took a, or at least I found out about it, and it kind of took a storm, which was power slap. I call it slap competition. I had to look at. I was like, what was the name of its actual name? Power slap. Now I don't know if any of y'all have seen this, but when I first heard about it and they were talking about slapping each other, I'm like, really? This is a sport. This is what we consider sports. Like,
Someone has
you guys
taken
didn't consider cheerleading a sport for I don't know how long, and probably most of you still don't. But somehow slapping each other has become a sport.
someone
Well,
has gone and taken trading punches and bit slapping and turned it into an actual professional competition.
Oh my gosh, this stuff is amazing. I mean, I can get tickled to death watching this. Watching this, it's a let's see. Power slap is like the fighting league, a slap fighting league. It's the term. Found and organized by Dana White and others. It's a sport where competitors take turns delivering open-handed slaps, judged on power, damage, technique, and the reaction defiance slash defiance of the opponent. Now, when I thought of slapping, I thought of whack, just nothing major. These guys do a wind up and like they get into it. And when that hand hits that face and you see like they do the slow motion and it's like wah 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 and the different contortions that that face goes through, it is insane. Like I've seen people just like fall right out.
Yeah, there's videos that you can check out. Uh, this one chick, she gets slapped so hard, she falls down and does like a backflip and then passes out. It's just,
I mean, they'll stumble. They just. I mean, it's taking scene stars to a whole nother level.
oh yeah. I mean, there's some that just shake it off. There's some that you can tell that they're dazed and see stars, and then
Some
there's
that are
others
out
that are just
cold.
knocked off. It,
Oh, you can
it,
guess.
it's like Smokey on Friday. You got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, it's insane. I absolutely love it. Um,
I mean, there's one guy over the course of they went back and I think they went back and forth and over the course of like three
yeah,
slaps,
because they keep slapping each other. They keep going until one of them knocks
his
them out.
face just continued to get more and more and more distorted. It was crazy.
Now, the downsides of this is because they are really like there's you have to make sure if you go too high up, you get disqualified. Um, but there's no protection. So the amount of damage that somebody can do doing this long term, I mean, can really mess some people up. Like you look at people who've done football or done other really hard hitting contact sports. They have is it CT? Is that what it's called?
Uh,
The brain injury from
I forget.
TBI, different
You're
types of brain
asking the guy with
injuries.
a TBI
Right,
to.
I know. So what does it say about me that I asked the guy with TBI to keep me remember something? But I don't know. What is anybody else? Does anybody else watch this? And anybody else have any thoughts on the slap competition?
Going back, well, before we get to those comments, going back to a couple others, Stephen Michael Bearden. Uh, there's a I missed something there because he was telling Stephen Michael Bearden there's a whole
Oh, because
section
he
on
thought.
Pornhub dedicated that sort of thing. Stephen Michael Bearden replied that older women are fun. Uh, don't you have the question game?
Oh, he was asking because I think he thought we were leaving, that we were done.
Oh,
I was like, no, we
yeah.
still have more to go.
Stephen also said you need a cough drop.
I do. I've gotten sick like a month ago, and I just have not been able to get rid of it. It's gone through our house twice, and it just seems to stay stuck in my chest. I wish I could stick. Telling Jimmy the other night, I wish I could just stick a tube down my throat and suck it out, suck all the gook out of my lungs. But then I thought about it, using that critical thinking, the air will come out too.
Yeah, when she first started, I got all excited talking about sticking a tube down her throat and sucking, and I
Listen, I
realized
was
what
thinking of
she was
the
talking about.
dentist
Oh,
tool that sucks all the slobber out of your mouth. Yeah, but
Steven said he likes my new leg. Thank you, Steven.
yeah, that
We're
is
excited
cool.
about it. It's great that finally starting to be able to get back into it. Uh, Holly Bladesmithing said to the both of us that you guys are so beautiful.
Oh, Jimmy, you're beautiful.
Aaron said swapped it in
I don't think Jimmy's
from
ever
the
really
six
been
inch
called
to the 9 inch.
beautiful before, but I mean, he's a handsome dude. I love him, but
Um, Jamie High said Dana White is a genius for coming up with the power slap, power slap shells.
yes. And I don't know if anyone saw this. I also really got into it was Dana White. You know how he's done those UFC reality shows where through the competition they're filming them. Slap Power Slap actually had their own reality show too a couple years ago. It was amazing.
Theo said I couldn't do power slap. Hell no, you ain't getting uh, one off for free. You got to earn your hits.
I know, just to stand there because they stand there and they put their hands behind their backs and they've got to stand there and like take it and you can't flinch, you can't move, which that takes a lot because
Yeah.
I mean, how many people are just going to stand there and say, "Okay, hit me"?
Theo's skirting the rules a little bit here, but he said Cash Patel always looks like he just got out of a power slap competition. I ain't gonna say you're wrong. He does. Tisha said she doesn't get the whole deal behind it.
I think it's with any sport. It's especially with I think it's more like that. I think somebody explained it's kind of like that Viking, where the tough man kind of stand there and can take it and see the power. I don't know. I just think it's hilarious. Now there is, like you said, there was a women's division. Now they're still getting up and getting their stuff together, but like those women, the,
There's some that look uh very. It's almost like Jake Paul versus uh Tank as far as that goes, because you'll have this one girl that looks all like petite and everything, and then you have this other one that is all yoked like she's on steroids, and it's like there is just no way these two should be paired up. And sure enough, the smaller one hits the bigger one, and it's like her face doesn't even move, and she just kind of like smiles and then unloads and knocks
yeah,
the
I
shit
love when
out.
they sit there and grin afterwards, like yeah. Jamie said that her friend works for Dana White. Ooh, cool. Hey, can you hook us up? Can we get Dana White on the
Yeah,
show?
let's get Dana
Dana
White on the
White's
show.
not going to come on our show. We need to get more than 1K viewers.
Tell him to bring on his viewers.
Right. Help us out. Um, was that the last comment?
Tisha said yes, congratulations on the new leg, and Steven said go get us Diners cocktail shot.
All right. So I think that's all for
Yeah,
slap.
I think that's
Um,
about it.
Now for our new I thought Jimmy was gonna introduce our new
Yeah,
segment, but oh.
I had to cough too.
We both did. Sharon is Karen. Sharon is Karen.
So we're gonna move into our next segment here. It's a new one. Um, I couldn't personally think of anyone better suited for this next segment than my dear, kind, sweet, loving wife, who is just absolutely gorgeous and beautiful.
Yeah.
So
Keep it coming, buddy.
I would like to introduce you to one of her other personalities, Petty Betty.
Yep. This is Petty Betty. And this is where the segment where we're gonna start I'm gonna spend the next couple weeks because we're gonna be doing this kind of every other week kind of thing. And I'm gonna be spending the next couple or spend the time during the next couple weeks and bring you like just some petty things that people do to each other after a breakup. Um, and I don't know anything about being petty. I am not that petty. I do passively aggressively post, but Huh?
We do have some technical difficulties, so sharing pictures as our Wizard of Oz behind the screens normally
It's in
does
our
for us.
comment. It's in our comments.
Oh yeah, um, isn't happening tonight, but I can pull up the picture and see if I can get it to show up on the camera.
Well, hold on. Okay, so we're gonna. It's like I said. It's a segment that is going to be highlighting, shining, I don't know, laughing and joking about some of the petty things people do in a relationship. So this was the first one I found, or the one I wanted to present for the first time. And here we go. It says, talk about taking pettiness to a whole new level. After a bitter divorce, a strip club owner decided to get revenge on his ex wife in the most outrageous way possible. He bought the house right next door to hers and then spent 7K on a giant middle finger statue to display in the yard aimed directly at her house. Um, the towering statue is complete with floodlights so you can see it day or night. Has become a viral sensation. Locals say the gesture is impossible to miss. And while some neighbors find it hilarious, others think it's childish and disrespectful. The ex-wife, understandably upset, has called the move harassment, while the man insists it's just his way of expressing himself. Regardless of where you stand on this stunt, it has sparked endless debate on how far is too far when it comes to getting back to an ex. Revenge may be sweet, but in this case, it's also 7 feet tall and made of stone.
So let's see if I can get my camera to pick up my phone. But this is the
Uh, hold on. Other camera.
hold on. There we go.
Still can't see it as well.
You might not be able to see the pictures of the guy, but at least you get an idea of exactly what the middle finger statue looks like.
Right? I mean, does anybody have like has I'm surprised Lance isn't here. I'm kind of missing Lance because I know he's either had some petty shit happen to him or he has
Or done
pulled
it.
some petty shit. He didn't go far enough. Right? Um yeah.
Mike said, she said she saw this. Uh,
Jamie said she's the queen of petty. All right, Jamie, you're gonna have to type out something you've done petty.
Stephen Michael Bearden said I should write a love column for a newspaper, magazine, or blog. uh, yeah, I personally, well, about the only thing that I can think of that I could can possibly consider petty would be how I left my ex-wife. We're on a go figure. Your story's about a strip club owner. My ex-wife, we
And
were
your
still married at the
story's about a
time,
strip club.
and some friends, we all decided to go to a strip club. There was a big fight just before we got there. Long story short, we were driving home from the strip club. They decided, a few of them decided they wanted Denny's. So I pull into Denny's parking lot, go into the bathroom, come back out, and she's like, we need to talk." So we go outside to talk, and she's like, "I'm not coming home with you tonight. When you go to work, you need to go get the papers." I was like, "That's what you want?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "You're not coming home with me." I said, "No." So I jumped in the truck and left her ass right there in the parking lot.
Well, I think you were also done with how many times she also
Yeah,
would throw that in your
like
face, and you
every
were
time
just
we
like,
got in an argument, it was go see a lawyer, get the papers, I want a divorce, blah blah blah. Every single time, trying to manipulate the situation, and finally I was just like, "You want it? You got it. You're not coming home. See you later." And I don't know how many
I don't know
people.
if that's
I don't know
petty
how many
though.
people. I don't know how many people are familiar with the uh, geography of California as far as it goes, but this I left her in the Denny's parking lot in San Clemente, which is on the north side of Camp Pendleton, and drove to the far side or the basically the south side of Oceanside, which is on the other side of Camp Pendleton, to where our apartment was. So I mean that's like a 40-minute drive doing 70. So yeah, that's close as I can get to being petty. I normally don't play into that stuff.
Yeah. This is what happens when you're married for 20 years. Your pettiness has to be like undercover pettiness.
Undercover petty Betty.
Yes. But when it
Uh,
comes to people, I'm not any other person. I'm not too good for that. Like somebody told you you had to prove you could ride a motorcycle. So my petty ass got Jimmy, whether he could ride or not, off onto the motorcycle to see what happens. I was willing to risk his leg or limb.
Thea said I would have bought all the houses on the block and renamed the street FU Drive. He also said my pettiness is always doing someone younger and better looking. Jamie High said my ex was a cheater, so I catfished him and left him sitting in a motel room waiting for this female to show up.
That's a good one.
Theo said sleeping with her mom and best friend would be a good amount of petty.
Yeah, that's definitely the mom would be the one that hit the hardest
Yeah.
or didn't. I don't know. Is that a that's what she said joke? There you go, Thea.
Steven said ex wives make us be petty. I paid for a lawyer a DNA test and found out not mine. Then divorced her and left. Yeah, okay. Sorry about that.
That sucks.
Jamie High said there's so
Jimmy's
much
ex-wife
more,
stole
but
all his money when he was in Iraq fighting for our country. If that makes you feel any better.
yeah, I got orders and called the gunny up and said they're not leaving until September. You got anything sooner? I need to go
That's
now.
petty. Now that's petty.
Yeah.
She wanted a divorce and he said, "I wanna go to war. I gotta get away from this chick." That's taking petty to a whole nother level.
I gotta get out of this place. Jamie
Um
High said there's so much more, but I'm too lazy to type it all.
Alright, send them to me, Jamie, and I will read them out anonymously. I'll wink, but anonymously.
Steven said he was in Iraq too in 04 to '06.
Oh, that's when Jimmy was there
Yeah.
in '04.
I was there in '04 in Ramadi
Yep.
along with Theo.
Yeah, but if she wasn't such a beautiful person. This woman, now, she takes petty to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
I just have to talk about this.
Yeah, go ahead.
It makes me mad every time I think about it. Now, she didn't even show up for y'all's divorce. I was there at your divorce. She was not. And what was Kinsey born? Okay, so we were together for 5 years. Then Kinsey was what? 3 years into our marriage? So we were together for 8 years.
Yeah.
Never heard from her, nothing. And then 3 days after I bring my brand new baby girl home, Jimmy posts about it on Facebook that he just had a daughter. She texts him and messages him and says, "Oh, congratulations on your new baby. My daughter's name is Mackenzie too." Uh,
Yeah.
I thought, like, if she was in the same county as me, I would have probably gone over there.
She'd have been in the tri-state area.
She she's lucky she lives across the country. I thought that was petty as hell. That was pretty crappy. Oh, I didn't know that, Theo.
Let's see. Theo said, I think I was part of the convoy that drove you to the hospital, Jimmy. If you were blown up the same day as Lenz and Smith, I was the one driving the lead Humvee. Got blown up in
The
front of the
snake
snake pit
pit.
in transit. Uh, no, we were at the other end. We were 2/3 away from the combat outpost to the arches. So, what was that? Got orange or apple, whichever. Michigan and orange, or Michigan and apple were the two routes, but it was down by the arches. May 29th.
Yep.
May 29th of 04.
I used to have that tattoo. Y'all can call that petty. I got it removed. No, I didn't do it on purpose. The surgeon took it from me. Okay, so let's oh wait, hold on. She's got another one.
Beth said you would have done the big slap. We'd have started. We'd have
Yeah.
created the slap competition before it even came out.
Yeah. I would be cashing it with Dana White right now. Um oh wait, hold on. Jamie's got another one.
Jamie said, "Here's another one about a PCX ex-boyfriend who tried to ditch out paying his child support to his ex-wife. I contacted the child support services in her state and gave them all of the employment information."
That's some shit I do. Now see, that's some stuff I do.
Theo asked if it was sent to Junction City. No, we went from the incident site there at the intersection of Apple and or Orange and Michigan, whichever it was. Just down from the arches, we went back to the combat outpost. The MO started working on me, and then the birds actually came in and landed right there where our little uh, uh, makeshift firing range was, just right there inside the combat outpost, from my understanding.
Oh my gosh. Answer Michael, and then let's do one bad news advice. I can't believe we blew through that. I can't believe you and I just did an hour on talking about sports
Right.
and petty shit.
Stephen Michael Bearden, I don't know if I know we were 2-4, 2nd Battalion, 4th Marines, which is actually part of, uh, what is it, 5th Marine Division, but we were attached out to Blue Diamond, so it would have been 1st Marine Division. I'm not sure which MEF it was. It may have been 2 MEF. I'm not 100% certain, no. It's been too long. I've got a head injury. It's a good catch-all excuse.
Mhm.
That she doesn't believe anymore, but
Mm-mm.
on that one, it is the truth. I don't remember.
Yeah, a lot of that area, that time of your life is really foggy.
Alrighty. Do we want to do? We got a couple minutes left.
Let's do at least one bad news advice
All right.
on one and one if we can get through both of them.
Yeah. Where are we at here? Bad advice. I am the pastor of a church. Great way to start. A recent visitor to our church showed up, and she always sits in the front row. The problem is, I know I knew her before. I was a pastor, and she is a stripper. What do you recommend I do? Mm, what do you recommend?
I guess it kind of almost depends. Like, what I'm thinking of is when it's one of those pastors of like a Baptist church and they are up there dancing, get her up and walk her to the Jesus statue and have her, like, you know how the Jesus statue is always on like a little podium, or not a podium,
Yeah,
a step up, something to raise up, and put her out there and get her to dance
raise
with
Diaz or
Jesus.
something.
Yeah, have her dance with Jesus. Tell her to
I'm going a slightly different route. I'm gonna say take advantage of that shit. Have her stripped down, and then walk around with a collection plate. I mean, she's used to picking up the singles anyway, so
make her your new collection plate lady.
yeah. Just put security right behind her,
Right? Those
but
church wives don't mess around.
there's your next reality show. Uh, Steve Michael Nice. We replaced the two meth when we came into Iraq. Good deal.
Yeah, it would give you an excuse to go to the strip club and do the Lord's work.
Go back to the strip club as a pastor doing the Lord's work. Oops, excuse me. That one caught me off guard. Uh, Supporting the single mothers by putting dollars in thongs. Most pastors talk the talk, be the one who walks the walk. I like that, Theo. Um,
All right, let's do one hypothetical hygienes because we obviously have to save our soul after that question.
hypothetical hijinks. In the middle of cashing your check, robbers show up to the bank. You notice that one of the robbers' voice matches your spouse. Upon further inspection, you it's your notice it is your spouse. What would you do?
Huh. Force myself to be the hostage so that I know he doesn't run away with the money and not me.
um,
Or
well,
stay behind.
I can't help but sit here and laugh because if it took you noticing my voice to realize it was me instead of me being on crutches, that's the masked one-legged robber. You know
Here
that
comes the tripod to rob us.
that.
I wonder who that is. Although, like, sometimes I have to remember which side of your leg is amputated. So I'd have to be like, yep, that's him.
Theo said you said exactly what he was thinking. Since he had just typed out volunteer to be the hostage. You had to support you have to support the home team. Excuse me.
Don't cash your
Steven
check anymore.
Steven said shoot them all. Don't cash your check there anymore. Yeah. Um, alrighty.
Well, I think that's it. Well, I want to thank you guys for showing up. I know the new night is kind of throwing us off. We'll start promoting it. But from now on, join us on Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. We are just moving down to one night a week to kind of help build our content. Every other week will be us laughing and joking. And then the next week we'll have a guest. So that way it'll kind of keep you on the toes and get you a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
I want to again thank everybody for coming.
Join us next Wednesday for another special guest. We got an author coming up.
Yes, Greg Legal.
We got an author coming up, so you guys will be able to hear about what they're doing, the book they wrote, and everything as far as that goes. Real quick, for all your business needs, reach out to RTS at YESRTS.com. If you'd like to support the show or help homeless vets, or if you're just a service connected disabled veteran and want to improve your business, reach out to RTS through Vets365, VETS365.org. Show us some love and support by joining us over on Crown Eater's Wife 1775 on Facebook, or going over to CW1775.org, clicking on shop, and purchasing yourself some cool gear. From the smoke pit here on the Smokin' Jokin' show, we'd like to say thank you all for coming.